Joins was unopposed. Also unopposed was Bill Saffo, the mayor of Wilmington. Republican Governor Chris Christie cruised to re-election in New Jersey last night. CBS News correspondent Chip Reed reports there are hints in Christie's victory speech that he is strongly weighing a run for the White House.
It did sound at a couple of points like he was announcing for 2016 rather than simply declaring victory here. He said at one point maybe the folks in Washington, D.C. should tune into their TVs right now and see how it's done, and he got a big round of applause for that.
Democrat Terry McAuliffe narrowly defeated Republican State Attorney General Ken Cuccinelli in the Virginia governor's race. CBS News political director John Dickerson says frustration over the health care website may have closed the gap in the race.
We are in a special moment for Obamacare, which is the disastrous rollout of the website, which is raising original questions about the law itself. The question is whether that moment will continue and elongate a year from now when those elections are happening.
This morning, investigators are on the scene in Chapel Hill after a fire in the attic of Cobb Residence Hall yesterday. At first, students thought it was a fire drill.
Usually when you hear about a fire drill, it's just like what it is. It's a drill. You know, we all just come outside and wait for the fire department to come in and clear it. But this is an actual fire, so I think some of us were kind of surprised.
The co-ed dorm houses 380 residents. Renowned poet and author Maya Angelou is scheduled to open a celebration of dignity and respect at Wake Forest University today. The event is scheduled for this afternoon at Brendel Recital Hall in the Scales Fine Arts Center. You're listening to NCN News.
How can a mouse save you money? Well, just use your computer mouse to navigate to togetherwesave.com. You'll find a website filled with great ideas on how to cut your energy bill. Some are as simple as closing the blinds when it's hot outside or turning your water heater down when you go on vacation. Along with lots of valuable cost-cutting information, togetherwesave.com lets you take a peek at how much money you can save. Take the fun online home tour and see what you can save through simple energy-saving practices. The interactive tour calculates savings customized to your location. If you have an iPhone or Android device, download the Together We Save app. You'll be able to receive daily tips and reminders on new ways to make your home more energy efficient. So turn off the lights, adjust the thermostat, and follow your mouse to togetherwesave.com. You can save energy and save money. Togetherwesave.com, a service of North Carolina's Touchtone Energy Cooperatives.
Hi, I'm Calvin Hastings, and I want to invite you to join Big O Country this Saturday, November 9th, during the big holiday sale at the Fashion Quarter, Main Street in Lawndale. We'll be there from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., free hot dogs, chips, and soft drinks. Plus, be sure to come by and register to win some great prizes, including a trip to Myrtle Beach, Southern Christmas Show tickets, Charlotte Bobcat tickets, free rounds of golf, What's Up Shopper t-shirts, and more. And check out the great deals, like new fall and winter Alfred Dunner groups from 30 to 50% off. Reversible coats just $10. Jeans by Coldwater Creek and Ryder just $9.99. Jeans by Lee and Levi, half price. Ladies and men's champion hoodies will be $12.99. Men's printed t-shirts just $3.99. Turtlenecks by PBJ $6.99. Plus lots of new arrivals and sale items throughout the big store. So plan now to be there this Saturday, November 9th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The big holiday sale at the Fashion Quarter, Main Street in Lawndale.
The fall season is here, and Shelby Hardware has a good selection of seasonal rental equipment for you. There's pluggers, spikers, tillers, spreaders, blowers, and more. Plus, Shelby Hardware has grass seed and fertilizer. Get your garden equipment ready for next year before you store it for the winter. Bring it into Shelby Hardware Small Engine Repair Shop. Mechanic Leonard Allred will be glad to get your equipment ready. Shelby Hardware, 506 South Lafayette Street, Shelby.
Here, lizard, lizard, lizard.
Oh no, it's total mayhem.
Hurry, call your good neighbor.
You can't. They're not even there.
Why, they can't even lend a good hand.
Oh. Relax. At Pegram Insurance, we've got you covered. Pegram Insurance Agency, 220 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby and in the Town and Country Shopping Center in Lincoln.
We'll see a mix of clouds and sun around the area this afternoon. Should be a little warmer and more humid than yesterday, with a northeast breeze becoming southeasterly. We'll have highs that reach about 65 to 70. Overnight tonight, mostly cloudy and mild. A very slender chance of a sprinkle or two as lows fall into the upper 40s to mid-50s. Then on Thursday, a cold front crosses the area. We may see a few isolated morning showers. For the afternoon, we'll turn partly to mostly sunny, breezy, and less humid. Highs tomorrow 68 to 73. I'm Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
Currently at the Big Old Country Studios, it's 10, and the temperature is 55 degrees.
We're community-minded. We believe in what we do. We love this town. We live in just like you.
We're a community bank. That's why we always try to approach things from a community-minded point of view. When something is in the best interest of the communities we serve, it's good for us as well. We're community-minded, just like you.
Carolina Trust Bank, member FDIC. Community-minded, just like you.
We're community-minded, just like you. Country Countdown USA.
I'm Lon Helton, inviting you to join me as we count down the week's top 30 with Tim McGraw, who's in the middle of making a movie with George Clooney.
I'm a big fan. Not as big a fan as my wife is, but, but I'm a big fan.
So she's not visiting the set, is she?
I'm not. She's not allowed to visit the set.
That's Tim McGraw this week on Country Countdown USA.
Country Countdown with Lon Helton, Friday afternoons 1 to 4, right here at Big O Country, 1390 AM WHS, 1050 AM WLON, 1590 AM WCSL, and online at ktcbroadcasting.com. Human Insurance Agency has moved to their brand new location. Christy, Gina, and Jason invite you to visit them at their brand new office at 1548-C Union Road in Gastonia, right on the front row of the Union Commons office complex. For the best service and prices for your insurance needs, call Human Insurance Agency. Now in the new location at 1548-C Union Road in Gastonia.
And good morning, and welcome to the Community Profile on WLON, WOHS, and WCSL. This is Milton Baker, along with co-host and executive producer of the show, Sandy Alexander. Good morning, Sandy.
Good morning, Milton.
It's good to be back on the program, and we are wrapping up our week of programs today. Our show is heard Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays here, and so we wrap up this week today. And please introduce our guest today.
And let me add, we have had a really good week.
Oh, yeah.
And we couldn't even end it any better with our friend Stan Lowry from the Don Gibson Theater. And he's here to tell us what's coming up, and something biggie is coming up at the Don Gibson. You want to say her name? You want me to?
Well, you like her a lot, and you liked her dad.
Well, I love her daddy.
Yeah.
Lisa Marie Presley will be here on the 9th.
Yeah.
So everything's stirring around down at Don Gibson, getting ready for Lisa Marie to make her.
Seem like I've heard a little something about her father. What was his name?
Elvis, of course.
Oh yeah, Elvis. Elvis. Yeah, Elvis.
Look out there in the hall, Milton. Yes, I was a dear Elvis lover, and of course it felt like I followed Lisa Marie all of her life, but I know everything, and everybody's excited down at the theater.
We are
anticipating her coming.
Yeah, it's going to be a big deal. Somebody this famous coming to Shelby, it's going to be pretty awesome. It's going to be very good to meet her and all of that. So,
will you have an announcer who says at the end of the show, Lisa Marie has left the building?
I don't think we'll do that. I'll get to introduce her on stage.
There you go.
When I was telling you about Ed Hill a while ago, he was the voice at the end of Elvis's concerts, and I meant to tell you that too, Milton. We interviewed Ed back, he was the voice that said
Elvis has left
the building.
Yeah.
So I'll have to call Ed after a while and tell him she's going to be in Shelby. He'd be thrilled to know that.
And what's the date for her performance is it?
It's tonight. It's Saturday. This Saturday.
This Saturday. That's soon. Okay. I remember us talking about it months in advance, and it's already here.
Messed up. I put it on the wrong day, so shame on me. I put it on the 25th, and I'm very sorry.
That's okay.
So she'll be here on the 9th.
On the 9th. That's great.
And it is a sold-out show.
Yeah.
So the Don Gibson will be full and representing Shelby well, I hope.
There you go. Do the folks who come to the show, is there an opportunity to meet with her, to talk to her, speak with her, or get autographs?
On most shows, we do have an autograph session after the show. On this particular one, I don't know that that'll happen, but hopefully it will. I'm still working on those details.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. All right. So how long and just what kind of process did you have to go through to get someone like Lisa Marie Presley?
Well, it's been about a year. You start talking about artists, and you start investigating if they're available and what they're doing now and all of that. But about a year ago, I started inquiring a little bit about her and all of that, and couldn't get her. It was just so much going on and all of that with her life that just couldn't do anything. And then it come available, so I jumped at the opportunity to have her in Shelby.
Yeah, absolutely. And so she will be for one performance.
One performance only, yeah.
And then will she be arriving on Saturday, or will she be? I mean, I know you probably can't tell where or anything, but will she be coming in a little bit ahead of time, or be coming in just the day of the show?
Just the day of the show. She'll be. She's got a full schedule of concerts going on. She's going to be in Lynchburg, Virginia, then Shelby, and I mean it's just
one right
after the other. She goes to I think Georgia after Shelby. So yeah, it's the way they schedule that tour. It's drive into a concert, freshen up, go to the next show.
How about that? All right. So Sandy, you're going to be amongst the crowd there? Is that right?
No, I don't think
not?
I could get within a mile of the place.
Oh, okay.
I think there's going to be a lot of people there, but I have a dear friend who has offered to take me a picture, so that will suffice for me.
That'll be good. So if you've got a ticket to this event, you're one of the.
You better hold on to it.
One of the very fortunate to be able to do that.
Yeah, we've had so many calls of people wanting tickets. Usually in the last couple of weeks of a show, but especially this one, we've had so many calls wanting tickets, and I have to tell them we're sold out. But
how many people does
Don Gibson hold?
Yeah,
we hold 400.
Okay, so it's a pretty good sized venue, but it's kind of an intimate setting. Yeah. 400 is a lot of people.
Yeah, the farthest seat, I like to tell people, the farthest seat from the stage is only 65 feet. You go to Verizon or somewhere, one of those big concert venues, it's like gold circle seats. Our whole theater is gold circle seats. So
So you would really get a good view.
Absolutely.
In any seat stadium.
Absolutely. The farthest corner is only 65 feet. So.
Yeah. Lisa Marie, Elvis's daughter, she sort of started this singing career just recently, though, right?
Well, no, she's had a few albums out, and she's been singing she's been singing quite a few years.
Yeah,
and this new album that she's got out now is called Storm and Grace, and they're pushing that album, and it's a fantastic album. I mean, it's a lot of people ask me about they didn't know she could sing, or they didn't know she sang, or anything, but she's been singing a while, and she's very good. Yeah,
I've seen her on some.
She did a couple
shows.
of Don Henley songs early in her release, and "Dirty Laundry" was one of them, and I think it went to number 2 on the charts. So she's had some top 10 hits and all of that. So
I guess undoubtedly,
and awards.
Undoubtedly, she has a website. Don Gibson Theater has a website, so folks could look into it a little bit more and see what all.
Right, and I tell you, the best way to if you want to keep up with Lisa Marie and a lot of other artists, people don't believe this, but Lisa Marie, and I can name quite a few other artists that actually do Facebook themselves. They don't have somebody else posting for them or anything. They actually post themselves on Facebook, and Lisa Marie is one of them. So
I'll have to do
you
that.
can go to Facebook and check her out right on Facebook.
Sandy.
That's nice.
There you go. All right. wanted to also ask you about Lisa Marie. Now, when Elvis passed away, I guess she was left the vast majority of Elvis's, I guess empire. But now her mom ran, because Lisa was very young. Lisa Marie was very young, but her mom is her mother still in charge of Elvis Presley Enterprises?
No, Lisa Marie has. She is the sole owner of like Graceland and all of the other stuff that Elvis left. But her mom did take care of things while she was young. But I think she took over when she was in her 20s. 21, 22. I'm not sure about that date, but she's.
Have you ever had the opportunity, just like we're sitting down talking, not necessarily on a radio interview, but just like sitting down, have you ever had the opportunity to talk to her over the telephone or in person before? No. I just wonder if she really understands. I mean, you can't imagine what it would be like to be the heir to the Elvis empire, and does she really comprehend what Elvis meant to all us fans?
She is just so down to earth, you would not believe it. Yeah. She is a normal person. She just is down to earth, and she talks to people just like we are right now. I've not had that opportunity to, but hope to talk to her some Saturday, of course. Sure. But from everybody that I've talked to, she is just such a nice person, and down to earth, and just really personable. So.
Okay.
And too, she's a wife and mother, and what I understand, a wonderful mother. And I think Priscilla was a good mother to her and guided her in the right way, in the right direction. Because I can only imagine that vast fortune that Priscilla took care of for her daughter. So I commend Priscilla
and the work that she did after Elvis's death to build the wealth even more.
Oh yes. Yeah. But a lot more is happening besides Lisa Marie in November. Stan, tell us about that.
Next up after Lisa Marie, we've got Jake Shimabukuro. He is a ukulele player from Hawaii, and he is awesome. You will not believe the sounds that he can make come out of that ukulele. He plays everything from Queen and Aerosmith to, just every genre you can think of, he plays on the ukulele. And it's just amazing. He's been, he was taught how to play by his mother when he was very young, and he tours the world playing the ukulele. He's been on The Tonight Show, all of the late night shows. He's been on everything. They even had a PBS special about Jake Shimabukuro just a while back, and the man, he is a man, but he's young, younger than me, of course. But just the things that he can make happen with that ukulele is just amazing. So, and we do have some tickets left for Jake. So it's selling very good, but I do have a few tickets left for Jake if anybody wants tickets to that. So you can go to the website, of course.
And when again does he?
That is the 23rd.
23rd. 23rd of November. Okay. Anything else this month or coming up?
We've got several things. We've got November 16th is our annual fundraiser. We are a nonprofit at the Don Gibson Theater, and through Destination Cleveland County, which is our head, and the Don Gibson Theater and the Earl Scruggs Center. A lot of people don't know that, but they're both sister venues, and the museum opens January the 11th, of course, coming up, and but it's our annual fundraiser on the 16th. Jake Shimabukuro is on the 23rd, and then Edwin McCain is on the 29th. Edwin McCain is, I like to call him a local boy. He is from Greenville, South Carolina, but he has had so many hits. It's unbelievable. He come around the same time Hootie and the Blowfish. They were really good friends, and Edwin McCain holds the one distinguished honor of having the most played song at weddings of any other artist, I think. And but he wrote "I'll Be" and several other songs that he had. It went to #1.
So that'll be the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
that's
night
correct.
After.
It sells out every year. It was the first year that I booked Edwin the day after Thanksgiving. I was a little concerned, but it sells out every year.
Okay.
Well, I remember last year when Vince Gill Gill was in. I went by. I knew it's too late for tickets, but I went in and met Wilson Fairchild. You know, they're the Statler brothers' children, Reed, Harold, and
Reed and Harold.
And they were just so nice and came down and talked and gave us some CDs for here at the station. And you just couldn't meet any nicer guys. Didn't get to meet my Vince man, but that's all right. So maybe another time. But was very welcomed. Everybody there was so nice, and this man especially was really nice too. So I plan to make arrangements further in advance so I can be there too. But it's important to show up at this fundraiser, and let's keep this thing going. I was a Don Gibson fan, and one of the highlights of that night for me was I got to hug Mrs. Gibson. And I was a Don Gibson fan, and I had her niece in high school and didn't know it to that night. You know, go figure. And so I got to meet Mrs. Gibson, which was a highlight for me. So I enjoyed that.
Yeah. The Don Gibson Theater just brings a lot of entertainers and a lot of, class acts to Shelby. And it's a real, it's a distinct privilege for folks in Shelby and the surrounding area to have a place like the Don Gibson Theater to come to.
Yeah, we draw people from just about every state that touches North Carolina to most shows. We've had as many as 18 states. I think we're up to 22 states now coming to the Don Gibson Theater, and we've had people from 6 countries come to the Don Gibson Theater for shows. So.
Okay. And now with December coming up, before we know it, it'll be December and heading down to the Christmas holidays. Shows planned for December?
We don't do any concerts per se in December, but we do a lot of rentals. And one of the things that we've got coming in December is our First Baptist Church does their Christmas play. It's a week-long process to get that underway, and they do 4 days of plays, so that's really, really cool. Then we do a lot of Christmas parties and all of that stuff in December. So we'll kick back up in January with some more shows and more concerts.
And all that information, schedules and everything is on the website, which is?
It is on the website. It's dongibsontheater.com.
Hey.
Pretty easy.
Pretty easy to remember. dongibsontheater.com.
That's right. And Stan will be a member of our troupe every month or so and see what's going on at the Don Gibson. So we can keep everybody abreast about who's going to be there that maybe might not have a computer or access to a computer. So we can let them know who's coming.
So if you're one of the lucky ones listening in for the and you're going to the Lisa Marie Presley concert, then Saturday night's the night.
That's right. Yeah, you can like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and all of that good stuff. So we've got several ways to get a hold of us. So
fantastic. All right. Well, Sandy, anything else you want to talk about with Stan here today?
Well, I'll tell you, you just got a great November planned, and I wish you the very best with the fundraising, and hope you raise a bunch of money. And Friday night, battle the crowd. And like I say, you best take my picture.
I'll get you a picture.
And so it's just always good to have you, Stan. And we'll have you back. We're going to stay abreast about what's coming to Shelby and Don Gibson. And it's always good to see you. And anytime we can be a help, you know where we are.
Thank you for having me. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, that'll wrap it up, I guess, for today. Then we appreciate Stan coming in, talking with us, and everybody's excited about, at least whether you're going to the show or not. I know these folks are still talking about it, still excited about her coming to Shelby. All right, Sandy, that's it for this week.
That's right.
We'll be back next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with shows, and our guests all lined up next week.
Well, they are, except I'm working on Wednesday, and it's almost a done deal.
All right. What about Monday?
Monday, we have a lady coming from the Alexander Youth Retreat, located on South Post Road in Shelby. And Tuesday, we'll have Mr. John Miracle back. He was here back in February. Only this year, we're talking about handling stress for the holidays. A lot of people get way too stressed out over the holidays. So we're going to talk about things to relieve some of this stress and make Christmas and Thanksgiving a happier time for everybody.
All right. Thank you, folks, for listening in. We appreciate you very much. Any suggestions for shows or topics, people, places or things for the show, let us know. And we'll see you next week.
All season long, your team plays here.
Your sports leader, WOHS Shelby, WLON Lincoln, and WCSL Cherryville Gastonia.
Hello, this is Milton Baker. Did you know Christmas begins November 9th?